So before Mike came to our company, the feeling was that the company would be sold, and we aren't sure about our jobs. And then when he came in, he helped us believe that we could turn the company around, and he made us part of it. It took a couple painful years for us to go through with him to realize that we are going to get there, and we did. We finally got there, and we have had, I think, the last 2 record years in our company, best years that our company ever had. And now, the employees that are there, he had to make the tough decisions. He had to lay off some employees, but to save, the other employees that were there that are now, benefiting from the company, from the results, and for doing so well.
The key difference that I see between prior management at Safeco and Mike McGavick's style at Safeco was, prior to Mike coming on, we were at the mercy of the insurance market as far as I'm concerned. We looked at it as a cyclical environment that we didn't control, and as soon as Mike came on, there was definitely a different tone in the company. It was a tone of, we control our destiny, and this is in our hands to turn around, and it has less to do with the market and more to do with about who we are.
He's probably the most charismatic speaker I've ever heard. He can, with his speeches, he can unite an entire company that's spread out over the U.S. And he can bring together a company that was falling apart. Nobody trusted anybody, nobody worked with anybody, the departments weren't interactive at all, especially across the country. And with his involvement and his speaking, he was able to do that.
He's focused. That was one of the things with Safeco. We were going too many directions and not focusing on what we do best, which is to sell home and auto and small commercial business. And he helped us, bring back and concentrate on those areas that we do better. Again, the candid discussion, that was, he used that word over and over. We need to be candid with each other. We need to tell each other how it is. We can't be sugarcoating things.
What Mike McGavick brought to Safeco were 3 pretty simple things: willingness to make tough decisions, focus, and execution. The tough decisions revolved around many aspects: people, business lines. The focus revolved around getting our priorities straight and deciding what was important for the company and cutting those things that were not most critical. The focus ultimately ended up being property and casualty insurance. And execution. It was very, very clear that we needed to execute, and we needed to execute quickly in order for the company to be successful. And it was an urgency I had not seen before McGavick came in.
I had a chance to work closely with Mike on the diversity issues at Safeco. And I had the chance to hear from him how he felt about it and what he felt needed to be done. And it's in those conversations that I capture that caring about people that don't look like him, people that are not giving the same opportunities that he has been given, and he shows it's genuine. By the way he talks about it.
His actions and how he made the cuts, in how he decided to go forward with the company, showed that he really cared more for the people than he did for making the fast buck, for making a lot more money. Making a lot more money, he could have easily sold us off and pieced us out quickly. And he didn't. He struggled. He took a lot of criticism. He took a lot of backlash from people. And he stood up to them and said, this is the right way to do it. This will save the most amount of jobs. This will save Safeco.
We turned it around. It was incredible. I don't think a lot of people believe we could do it. And he helped us believe that we could. And he helped us focus on what would help us achieve that. And then at the end, we made money. And, our company, our stocks, which is, how Wall Street's rates are twice as much what was worth when he came in.
Safeco was a great company that lost its way. Safeco is now a very good company on its way to being a fantastic company that I don't believe would exist anymore if Mike McGavick hadn't come along.
He's Mike McGavick. He is a brilliant speaker. He's a brilliant man. He's somebody who could take a floundering, failing company and turn it into one of the top 10 insurance companies around. That takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength, a lot of backbone, because you're going to get called some horrible things. People aren't going to love you, and a lot of people aren't going to love you. And he withstood that storm. He withstood it really well. And he came out with most people really respecting him and realizing he did what he did to save the company and save the majority of jobs.
Yeah. When Mike announced that he was leaving the company to run for Senate, I thought we're losing our one of the greatest leaders of our company, second to the founder. But then I also thought, only Safeco employees are benefiting from his leadership. We should allow that the people in Washington to benefit from that as well.
I think he'll be extremely successful, because I think leadership translates to the U.S. Senate, to a corporation, to any aspect of his life, and he possesses some of the strongest leadership skills I've ever seen.